Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to talk about my bad tattoos again, but a bit more in depth. A lot of people always ask me, like, why do you have bad tattoos? If you're so into tattoos, why do you have terrible tattoos? Where did your bad tattoos come from? What were you thinking? Etc, etc. So I'm going to go into the full story. I always say that I was young, I didn't know much about tattoos, leave it at that. So that's pretty much the story anyway, but I'll go more in depth, I guess. But yeah, I'm constantly getting asked on various different videos. They're normally my older videos, but I am getting asked quite a bit, you know, why have you got bad tattoos if you're so into tattoos? Why are you always preaching about, you know, getting a good tattoo? If you have bad tattoos, all those questions I get asked, you guys may be curious also. So we're gonna just jump on into that situation. Also, I just want to say, if I have lipstick on my teeth at any point in this video, I'm sorry. It just happens because I'm so used to wearing liquid to matte lipsticks that, you know, normal lipsticks just screw with my mouth. Okay, so on to the situation. I need to stop saying situation. So I got my first tattoo at the age of 17. As you guys know, if you've been around for a while, you know that I got my first tattoo when I was 17 years old, which is a legal age in the UK. You have to be 18 to be tattooed, so I got tattooed underage. Not extremely underage, it wasn't like I was 14 or anything like that. I know a lot of people have been tattooed at like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, etc. But I was 17, so I wasn't, you know, very underage, but I was underage. I got like a story time video of my first ever tattoo. I'll link it around here somewhere and it will tell you the full story, but I'm just going to quickly go over it. So yeah, there was a tattoo studio at the bottom of my road, literally like get to the bottom of my road, cross the road, and there's a tattoo studio there. So I went to that tattoo studio. I had a couple of piercings by that tattoo artist. He did piercings and tattoos, you know, an all-rounder type thing. He had been tattooing for years and years and years and years, so I went in there and obviously I was friendly with him and stuff, and I said, oh, I'm ready to have a tattoo. So we tattooed the star on my wrist here, and it is very badly done. There is not one straight line in sight. It's very badly shaded in, but it's not done well at all. Now you're probably asking, so why would you go to a bad tattoo artist, or why would you continuously go to this bad tattoo artist? And the reason for that being is I absolutely knew nothing about tattoos at all. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. When I was 17, yes, I had the internet, but I wasn't one of those kids that were very much into the internet situations. Like, I had Bebo, I had Facebook, and MySpace. That's the only reason why I use the internet, and for YouTube as well to listen to music. That was it. I didn't, you know, go on forums, I didn't go on websites dedicated to tattoos, nothing. I didn't even think that sort of thing existed. I literally thought you would have to go to a tattoo studio to do anything tattoo related. That's my mindset. So I did continuously go to this bad tattoo artist for a number of years because I didn't know any different. I got all my tattoo ideas from Google image search. I literally put in, for like my tribal rose tattoo that I had, which has now been covered up, I literally put into Google images tribal rose tattoo, went through a couple of pages and bam, picked that. Just don't do that. Obviously I've learned from my mistakes, but that's how it went for a number of my tattoos. So I was absolutely clueless, like completely clueless, and this was in like 2007. Obviously there was tattoo information about on the internet, but I was completely clueless. Like, obviously I was clueless. And I can't remember for the life of me what year it was. I just cannot remember, but I was, where was I? I don't even remember where I was. I could have been at my nan's house because I didn't have Sky TV. I've never had Sky TV at home. I've always had like aerial TV, so channel 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then when Freeview come out we had that. Like, we've never had like Virgin or Sky or anything, but I would always watch like Sky TV at my nan's house anytime I went there. I was flicking through the channels as you do when you're on like Sky and you don't have it at home. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so fascinating how many channels is on Sky. It's just fascinating. Still to this day, it fascinates me. And I was flicking through the channels and this channel called TLC come up and it was LA Ink. And I saw the word ink in it. I was like, oh my god, this has to be about tattoos. Because I absolutely loved tattoos when I was younger. But obviously I didn't know much about them or anything. I just liked looking at other people's, hearing other people's stories through friends. Again, didn't know anything about the internet culture or anything like that when it comes to tattoos. I was clueless. Didn't think it was a thing. Anyway, when I come across TLC at my nan's house and it said LA Ink and I saw the word ink and I was like, oh my god, this has to be about tattoos. So I clicked on it. I'm not clicked on it, I like press select or whatever it is you do, and it come up and there was Kat Von D literally there in her studio talking to someone while tattooing them, and I was just like, whoa, what is this TV show? I was hooked. Anyway, I remember watching this first episode. I can't remember really what happened in this episode. She was tattooing this portrait and I was like, shut up, is that real? Like, shut up, is this real? How is she doing a tattoo this detailed? Like, what the fuck is going on here? And that was honestly the first ever tattoo I saw in high detail. Not even kidding you. Because obviously if you look at all my bad tattoos, they're very badly done. There's no detail in them. There's no like good shading or good highlighting in them. There's nothing. I just went to a subpar tattoo artist just to get something. You know, I didn't know about the art culture. I didn't know nothing, okay? Because I was very, not sheltered, I just didn't use the internet properly. It wasn't really... I don't know. I don't really remember the internet being like way it is today, basically, back in 2007. Like, there wasn't a lot of things to do. So yeah, back to this LA Ink episode. I obviously tried to watch it whenever I could. And then I got to the point where I was like, I need to watch more of this. I need to watch this all the time. Googled LA Ink, and then one of these websites come up saying, watch LA Ink here online now. And that's honestly how I figured out how to watch stuff online, because of LA Ink. Literally, LA Ink showed me so much. Not just the way tattoos should be, but like how to watch shit online. You know, I wouldn't be watching Walking Dead before everyone else if it wasn't for LA Ink. Well, let me tell you. So I started to watch it like every single episode, and I've still to this day seen every single episode at least once or twice. So I always thought that Kat Von D was an amazing tattoo artist. I still think she's good, but obviously since, you know, my tattoo journey has expanded ever since, you know, like with Instagram and stuff like that. I love her and I idolise her, but to me she's not the best portrait tattoo artist. She's not. She's amazing, but she's not the best. I used to think she was the best because I'd never seen anything else. But then I saw Nico Hurtado and he did a Day of the Dead portrait. And I was just like, fuck! I had never seen anything so amazing in all my life, and still to this day I think he's one of the best portrait tattoo artists. Of course there's a lot more out there, and I know that now, but back then my mind literally fell out of my ears. I was just like, mind blown. I was trying to find his portfolio online, and like literally that's just where it all started, from LA Ink. Like, I know tattoo TV shows get a lot of bad rep, but if it weren't for LA Ink I wouldn't be where I am now. Like, sitting here I would still be getting really bad tattoos, etc, etc. So from that moment, that's when I started to realise that the tattoos I have were rubbish. Imagine being in my position where I'm looking at my shitty style and I'm like, really? I could have such amazing tattoos and I have all these shitty tattoos. Like, I still, to this day, will never regret any of my tattoos, but it's the case of, oh crap, what did I do? From then on, I started to obviously look at Nico Hurtado's work, and then I started to, you know, Google tattoo websites. I was just like, tattoo website? Literally into Google, I was like, tattoo website. And I was looking through all these different tattoo artists' portfolios, and then obviously because I had seen Nico Hurtado's work, I started to not judge different tattoo artists, but I was just like, oh, you're not good standard, you're not good standard. Oh, you are good, yes. You know what I mean? Like, I started to see a difference in tattoos, and that's why I honestly think I have some, not a talent as such, I wouldn't call it a talent, but I have now like an eye for tattoos, because I've been looking at them for so many years now. So I can tell the difference between a bad and a good tattoo now. Never used to be able to, obviously, because I have really bad ones. So yeah, after discovering, you know, Nico, I don't know, when I was about 20, I think, maybe... No, this is sort of in the era of me discovering LA Ink. My good friend Emily, who I went to college with, introduced me to the world of Tumblr. I spent hours on that website, and again, if it wasn't for Tumblr, I wouldn't have discovered so many different tattoo artists and looked at so many different tattoo artists' work and different styles. I actually learned about tattoo styles on Tumblr, looking at different tattoo artists' blogs and different tattoo models, and oh my god, my mind again just fell out of my ears. I was just like, pfft. I felt like I finally found something that I fit into, or something that can finally educate me, because I had no idea, like I was saying, I was so, like, I wasn't sheltered from the world, but I was absolutely sheltered from the tattoo world, because no one in my family had tattoos. My family don't really like tattoos at all, so obviously I had no one educating me on that thing. I literally had to just grow my own wings and learn how to fly. That's pretty much been my story, because I have no close friends that are into tattoos either. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had no one guiding me, so it's all self-learn. Anything you hear me talk about is self-learn. So obviously I got into the Tumblr world, and then that's how I learned how to internet. Like, it sounds so stupid, but you literally have to learn. In my day and age anyway, when I was like 19, 20, I had to learn to internet, because none of my friends are internet people. Like, they use the internet for Facebook, Instagram, that's it, maybe a bit of YouTube here and there, but they don't like sit on the internet, you know? Sit on the internet. But they don't sit on the internet for hours and hours and hours a day like me. Like, I live my life on the internet now. I don't know, maybe it's different for younger people, but honestly, you do have to learn how to internet. You do. Like, you have to learn the memes, you have to learn the websites, you have to learn where to go and where not to go. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's nuts, it's intense. So from seeing stuff on Tumblr and then learning stuff from LA Ink, I started to appreciate tattoos a lot more. I started to like the art a lot more, and then I started to find tattoo artists that were a lot better. And then I started to get more artsy pieces, if you will, like my traditional. And then I obviously got my black and grey sleeve. You know, I started to really get into tattoos and getting better tattoos. And still to this day, I'm still learning, and there's a lot of tattoo artists that I want to be tattooed by. The thing is, I get very comfortable with tattoo artists, and I need to stop doing that. So that's why I've got so many tattoos from the same artists. And I need to stop doing that. I mean, for sure, I definitely want quite a few more pieces from Keely Rutherford because I just love her style. But then I need to sort of break off, you know, take myself off and then find someone else. Do you know what I mean? I need to get other tattoos. So I don't know. So that's another thing I need to learn. You know, I need to learn about detaching myself from tattoo artists. But that is pretty much my story of why I had bad tattoos. I just had no idea. It's not because I liked the tattoo artist's work. It was literally the only thing I knew. And that's why I have, you know, this crappy star, and why I had a crappy tribal tattoo, and why I have like this like hand tattoo here as well. It's because I literally didn't know any better. It's not that I sit here and preach about tattoos and think my bad tattoos are good. Trust me, I know they are terrible. I know they're terrible. If you ever hear me preaching about good tattoos, I do it for many different reasons. One, I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes as me. Two, I know I have bad tattoos, and I'm not sitting there thinking my bad tattoos are good. They're just there because I had no clue. And number three is because tattoos are now, obviously, my passion. I learned tattoos. I mean, I don't know everything about tattoos. I will never claim to know everything about tattoos because I'm not a tattoo artist. I will never be a tattoo artist. And I haven't been through the whole apprentice situation, so obviously I don't know the ins and outs. But I know, you know, about different styles, I know about different techniques, I know about, you know, a few bits of lingo here and there, and I know good tattoo artists and I know bad tattoo artists. I've had the good and I've had the bad as well myself, so I can talk about stuff from personal experiences. I can talk, you know, from what I've learned over nearly 10 years of being tattooed and getting into tattoos. So that's why I do this whole YouTube thing, and a lot of people still judge me saying, well, what do you know? You have shit tattoos. And it's just like, yes, I know I have shit tattoos. I call them shit myself. You're not telling me something I don't already know. Like, I know, I'm very aware. I keep thinking I have lipstick on my teeth, and if I have had lipstick on my teeth throughout this video again, please just ignore it, I'm sorry. I would absolutely love to know your guys' tattoo story. Are you the same as me? You literally have to learn the hard way when it comes to getting tattoos. Like, did you have to learn through something like LA Ink, or did you learn through the internet? Were you different from me and you actually knew how to internet straight away? Just tell me your tattoo stories and how you come about loving tattoos so much. Oh, I feel like I barely breathed through this video. Until my next video, I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until then, bye!